Dream Team's back together. Morning, Dream Team.
Morning. Morning, viewers.
So what we're doing, we're back in this flat. That's all dried out now. It still looks a bit darker in there, but it is dry. I've had the thermometer gauge on it, the digital one, and the wall is more or less within ½ degree all over the place. So what you can see there is we've put reinforcing strips, mesh, down where we've had any movement. We're going to put one across there. And once all these are fixed in place, screws fixed in place, then what we'll do is we'll give it a treatment with some SBR, just to slow any suction down. Then what I have to do is gradually build it out with lime plaster. Now this isn't going to be a quick fix, it's basically over days. So we'll get the first scratch coat on after we've got all this on, and then once that's cured after a couple of days, we'll get another coat on and gradually build it up. Right on, see you on the other side. Right, so we've got reinforcing around the corner there where there's a bit of a void. You can see all the big gaps. So we've got them all meshed out now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to primer the wall, and then it's a case of building this out with the lime plaster. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, let's go for it.
Look, I am your father.
Right, you can see now, see the SBR, it's got like this blue tinge to it, so it's just drying out now. Actually, I've got it in the bucket here, so in there. So I've done that all over the wall. That's going to cure, or dry, whatever you want to call it. Oh, hang on a bit, why am I still talking that on? Yeah, so I'll get all this. I left all the dirt on the floor so it'd soak up any of the drips. So I applied that with a roller, because I found it easier. Yeah, you see we've got the reinforcing, it stands out now more against the wet wall. Yeah, looking the part. So we've prepped the wall, we've got it SBR'd, we've got reinforcing across the cracks. Get a scratch on. Right. Don't you just love old buildings? They don't build them like they used to. So what we're doing there is we're just breaking some fiberglass on, which simulates the horsehair. We've already put some in, but this is just the fiberglass we use when we're doing GRP. So instead of buying something, we're just tearing this down, and that's going to be like a bonding coat type consistency. Yeah, job's a good one. Great. See all the fibres sticking out of it. So what? I'm going to be filling out any holes there. It's not like normal plastering, remember that. It's not as easy. This wall is so undulating, it's unbelievable. So you can see there, just the bit I've put on, how that's hollow, but the outside bit is quite flat, so we'll fill that in when it cures a bit. So we're going to get up there done now, and then continue. So Tom's just getting another mix on. And you'll see there that top half drying quite quickly, so I'll just give it a quick scratch. I haven't scratched that side bit because I've only just put that on and I want to just put that on. So just working our way down, you'll notice I'm starting right to left. So when you're putting the render on, you're gripping onto what you've just put on. But that's 2 mixes, which is 2 bags. So I think it's going to be, mind you, it's on the piss up there. So we should be alright further down here. We're getting there. Right, you can see there, look, you can see the fibres. So all this, when it's applied, see there. So when it applies, it all knits together. Pretty good. You can see some fibres there. So we're getting there. You'll see I'm scratching it as I come down. So I've just put this bit on, and that bit's probably ready to get a scratch on because it's actually no, that's quite soft. I'll wait a bit for that. But we're getting there. Well, we've got Tom having a go putting the lime plaster on. Just a scratch coat, so we don't have to be pretty. But let's have got anything as Tom, so I'm not sure he's okay on putting this stuff on, but we'll have a go. Another notch in the belt. Yeah. See all the fibres in that, can't you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, getting there. So, yeah. Right, so that is the scratch coat. So that's just filling it in, getting all them meshes tied in, and then it'll be a case of getting the base coat on, getting the best level we can. Then we do a polish coat after that. I don't think we need to do as many as what you see in these really cottagey type buildings. But the SBR is doing its job because it's not cracking. It is drying quite quickly. The suction rate's quite good, but there's no cracking. So just on wiggly lines, not crisscross. Right, wiggly. Yeah, lovely view. That's our guild hall with our Greenwich time ball. Lovely. Hold on, so that's on all the way down to the bottom. A little side bit there, you can't really see. So that's going to take a couple of days curing before we start on with it. It's going off nicely, still no cracks, which is always good.
Yeah, Mikey, I'll just pull this back. Tenants gear back. Best we can.
Yeah. It's a big living room, this, isn't it?
It is. It's not a big living room.
Yeah. The wall's still there, looking beautiful. No? Good wall, that, whoever did that.
Cheers.
So now we're continuing. That's dried. Give it a spray down. That's just filled out where there was a bit of a bend in the wall. So what I'm doing, I started putting a vertical streak up here. Streak? Vertical straight up there. Running the straight edge on it. So we're giving it as plumb as we can. So you can see where I've gone over it with a straight edge there. I'll continue from there up. Once that's gone off a bit, I'll get it floated. And then I'll do one at that side. And then it's a case of just filling the middle in and working our way to the top. Yeah. It'll get there. Right, so I've got that strip on up there, and I've got that one nearly on, just a little bit to put up there. But you can see I've just got that stuck to it there. It looks like there's a gap, but it's like a shadow, but all the crap what's on there. But that's not bad, that. And when I come to put the finish on, you know, I think that'll do for a wall what's so far out. But yeah, I'll got that little bit to fill in up there, and then it's just gradually a case of filling this up. What I did, I just give that a quick float as well. It doesn't have to be polished, just to get it level. Yeah, but it takes longer than you think doing this, especially when the wall's so far out there. Right, that's why I've just gone over it with a float, just took off a few high points, just plastic float, give it a bit of a spray. Now it's gone off a bit. And now I'm going to fill that middle part in. We've got those two bits up there, they've gone nicely, so it's going to be a lot quicker getting that middle on now. It's gone off nice as well, solid, that's good, that's what I like to see. So then once that's all on, we'll get that side bit in. Then it's going to take a couple of days to dry it fully before we can put the final finish on it. Right, I've got that on. I've straightened it off with the straight roll, so I just need to get it go off now, and then I can float it, fill in any little crevices. You can see the odd crease and that, but it's nothing to worry about. So we'll get it floated off, get it flatted, and then it'll be done. Just got to get that bit filled in there. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Like I say, it's no artwork at the minute, but it's all about the end product. Right, there's my lime putty. That's gone nice. Now that's been left a couple of days. So I just had to agitate it. Now I'm going to mix that with the required amount of plaster sand, and that forms our top coat for where we're going to render in there. Yeah, cool. So yeah, so just mix that with your plaster sand to the correct ratio. Oh, I didn't even know that was recording. Right, so that's gone off. Just showing you the putty. So I'm just going to give the wall a bit of a wet.
01482226222 is our number on WhatsApp. Just put the word throwback in a message and it could be you. Right, throwback Thursday. I've not heard this in ages.
As smooth as butter, this bloke.
Yeah.
I suppose everyone's got different ways of doing this. So that was 1 bucket of putty, which will do you a 1-to-1 ratio or a 1-to-2 ratio. So I'm going to be doing 1-to-2. So that is 1 bucket of putty which I've made, which is going to be to 2 buckets of sand. So I've got equal size buckets. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously we add more water to that to make it pliable again, and then add our sand and mix it in gradually. Alright, easy. Oh yeah, I know, yeah. Right, so I've got the first coat on, and what I've done, you can see the circle patterns on it. So what I've done, I've gone over it with a sponge float. I ain't got right to the top yet, but that's just took out any big bumps. Now we need this to sort of calm down, cure a bit, and then we can look at getting our next coat on. Alright, and there. But yeah, it's a long job doing this, because you've got to wait for each part to cure. But yeah, it's getting there. When I'll get the smoothest texture I can at the end of the day. This plastering sand's not the quality of the sand I was expecting. But there you go, what can you do? So I'm going to make a stronger lime mix with less sand for this top coat. And so it should look a lot whiter really. Right, brew time. Right, you'll just see me putting that on there, but what I was doing, I kept going over it and finding hollows, so it's chasing down a bit now. So I'm feathering that in on the left there, and yeah, so I just need to give it a little bit of a wet, not massive. Right, you remember this isn't, it dries slightly different to gypsum plaster, and it's not going to be as smooth as, it will be reasonably smooth, but it's not going to be silky smooth. It's not going to be like that on there. But the thing is, this wall is better than it ever was. All right, so yeah, and the fact we've done a lot of roof work and it's a lime wall, we had to put lime plaster on there just to protect it and they'll breathe again. And that's an external wall there as well. That's an external wall. So yeah, we're doing ourselves a favour. Right, let's just clean my troll up a bit.
Right, so I'm going to have to talk this bit because for some reason my microphone decided to have ducto. Anyway, so what I'm just explaining here is that I'm just giving it a light spray. Nowhere near the amount of water what you'd use when you're using gypsum plaster and getting your fat up and all the rest of it. All I'm doing here is giving it a nice light spray. And then you can see there I'm going carefully and just floating it off. It's no polish, no severe polishing. It's just flattening it off, let's say getting rid of any of those final imperfections and just taking my time with it, really being nice and gentle, working the way into the corners. And what I'm doing, I'm working from each corner, so from the left to the middle and from the right to the middle. But yeah, it's looking there, it's looking the part, and hopefully you will agree. Also, don't forget to like, comment, give us a share.
That's not even taking a spray, this bit. Must be a thick bit of plaster there, because it's got a bit of sheen on it. That's dragging a bit. Not an awful lot. It's not taking the plaster off, so. I don't know how to explain it really, it's just, you just know. You can tell the pencil going on. Just do a bit of it. Just come out some of that. Maybe give it a bit longer, but I'm quite pleased with that. Like I said, compared to what it was, such a labour-intensive job. I might just run a brush down in the internal corner there, and then I don't know if Tom's going to give it a lime whitewash, just to brush on over it instead of using paint. I don't know. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? What do we think? What do we think? That's not bad, is it? Looks like for my house. Yeah, we've got to get all this lot ripped out as well. All this kitchen's getting redone. But yeah, if you was interested in that lime plastering, give us a thumbs up. Ask any questions. I'll try and answer them. I might not be able to, but there you go. Don't forget, you can always buy me a coffee as well if you're feeling that generous. Those people who already bought them, I've already thanked them. We've actually had them now. It's weird how you have to withdraw it from the Stripe account, and then I think it takes a fortnight before it comes across. But it landed on, I think it landed last Thursday or something like that. But yeah, that's much appreciated to those. Yeah, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. I'm on my way to that magical 1,000. I just look, there's lots of you who watch, which amazes me how many people are getting watched. But not that many people subscribed. I think something like 5% of subscribers. They say, think that's 5%. If that's 672 subscribers, it's 5%. You know, go on, give a lad a break. Let's see what we do. Right, I'm going to go and wrap this job up for now, and then I'm going to go and see what Thomas is up to, and we're going to crack on getting a window bricked up, which is what you'll see me doing next.